Happiest of Tuesdays, and welcome to another special edition of 5 Horror Movie Fun Facts starring everybody's off today. So I'm it's a good thing I have a mic because I'm speaking in kind of a low register. Today we are continuing our Fun Facts-a-thon with the Halloween series, the original Halloween series. So let's just jump right in. Today's movie, Halloween 2. Fun fact number 1. So the actual Halloween mask, from the first movie to this movie had been through some stuff. They didn't make a new mask. It's the same mask from both movies, right? So it looks so weathered this time because of the journey that it had. The original Michael, Nick Castle, used to keep it in his back pocket during shoots. Screenwriter Deborah Hill kept the mask under her bed for several years after the filming of Halloween, and she was a heavy smoker. It also ended up getting a little stretched because the new guy playing Michael, Dick Warlock's face was a little wider than Nick Castle's was. Now, interestingly enough, after this movie, Dick Warlock was allowed to keep the mask and several other items because it was thought that this would be the last Michael Myers Halloween movie. As I've mentioned in other videos, Halloween, the series was never meant to be just about Michael Myers. It's meant to be an anthology. As you can imagine, that became a problem down the road, which we'll eventually get to that. Fun fact number 2. So Dick Warlock apparently was very careful with his victims, as it were. Having a background as a stunt guy, he made very sure that everyone was safe during the kill scenes. Leo Rossi, whose character gets strangled during the scene, he apparently, being that he was being strangled from behind, Leo Rossi told him to arch his back and his arms a little further as he gave 4 tugs. Now, on the 4th tug, he told him that's when you go limp and that he would cushion the fall. Which, as long as I've been doing these 5 facts, that sort of thing in horror movies, especially during that time period, kind of sounds unheard of. Like, a lot of people got hurt making movies back then. Anyway, moving on. Fun fact number 3. So the whole brother-sister thing, it was not originally a thing. According to John Carpenter, he had never really intended for Michael and Laurie Strode to be brother and sister. But what had happened was, well, television. Okay, so NBC had obtained the television rights to Halloween, to broadcast it, the original Halloween, to broadcast it. They contacted John Carpenter for more footage since the original movie was a little too short for the intended time slot that they were going to put it in. At the time, John Carpenter was like neck deep trying to write the Halloween 2 script, which he reportedly was having a lot of trouble with. So, inspired by Star Wars, specifically Empire Strikes Back, he came up with the whole brother sister angle to kind of placate them and put in little kind of Easter eggs to that as far as the extra footage. In doing that, that kind of gave him the fuel to also like build on that in Halloween 2. Now, later on, he said that that was a big mistake and subsequently dropped it for the 2018 remake, as we all know. Fun fact number 4. Okay, so according to screenwriter Deborah Hill, they were thinking about making Halloween 2 in 3D. Like, I don't know how weird it would be to have this particular movie in 3D, but basically she said that they investigated a number of 3D processes, but they were far too expensive for this particular project. Also, she also commented that the whole nighttime thing, there's a lot of lurking at night that's really hard to do in 3D, so they dropped the idea. Ironically enough, a year later, Friday the 13th came out with 3D version of that movie, so. And finally, fun fact number 5. Dana Carvey's in this movie. Dana, Wayne's World? Dana Carvey, that's him. He's in this movie. In an interview, he said, Halloween 2, I did have a few lines, and I was on a news team, and I didn't know you could get cut out of films then. So I went with all my friends to see it, and I think the top of my head was in one shot. My elbow was another shot. Part of my foot was in one shot. So if you put it all together, my whole body was on the screen at one time. So I learned my lesson there. It's okay. I hear Dana Carvey went on to do very well for himself after that. And that's it. That's it for today's 5 horror movie fun facts. Join me again tomorrow for another one. Bye.